Biologically, she is my first cousin. Her father and my mother were siblings, and we were raised as sisters. So to me, she is my big sister. Now we're very different. My big sister is refined, quiet, and when she speaks volumes and wisdom. I, on the other hand, am loud. I like confrontation, okay? And I find humor in all kind of places in the world. And she's always saying to me, "That's not funny. You don't know what that person went through." And I'm like, "Come on, let me just laugh a little bit." So anyway, sometimes it's a little hard for me to talk to her because I'm worried in my head. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, how do I say this right so that, I don't offend or that I don't do something politically incorrect, and this, and I'm loud, and so there came a time when she didn't answer my calls, and she didn't respond to my texts. I was a little wild back then, and I was convinced that she did not like me, but we share a love for a la familia. So when I was college bound, pursuing my career, she got married at 18 and had 3 children. Now, this body here, I had no interest of it being a harbor for an unborn fetus, okay? This just was not happening here, okay? It wasn't. But she loved being a mom and a wife, and she just did it 3 times. And when she had those kids, I don't know if you know what this is like, but I had no idea one could love as much as we love those kids. So I was committed to ensuring that the family had a African-American cultural culinary experience every holiday. So, and for me, cooking is sacred. It is a calling up of all the generations of Black women inside of me. I don't use recipes. Absolutely not. So our holiday dinners consisted of the turkey. Whip that paper off that turkey and throw it in the oven, okay? Slap a little salt and pepper on it, good to go. My macaroni and cheese a la phenomenal, okay? I put a pot of milk on the stove. I put in 4 cheeses, Philadelphia cream cheese, sour cream, eggs, salt and pepper, and I cooked that bad boy up until it was a white mud, and I poured it over the macaroni and cheese. Okay, and my famous candied sweet potatoes. Bake those sweet potatoes, take those sweet potatoes, boil them, pull the skin off, cut them up. 3 or 4 boxes of granulated sugar, okay? Maybe 2 or 3 packs of butter, throw that in there. Some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some salt. Throw it all in the oven together and let the flavors marinate. Okay, my family, they loved it. In fact, I think sometimes I saw tears in their eyes. So when Granny was living and when the kids were growing up, that was family dinners. And then Granny died. Yeah, it was devastating. And then something very strange happened that Easter when I called everybody over for family dinner. It was an intervention. They begged me not to cook again. And I said, well, what do you, I know, I was aghast, appalled, shocked. This was a stain on my black card. How could I be an African-American woman and not be able to cook? But I said, okay, fine. I was relegated to bringing beverages. But I kept asking, let me bring something. And so finally my niece said, yes, you can bring something. What do you want to bring? I said, I'm going to make cornbread. Okay? Because I had a chef tell me one time the secret to moist cornbread is doubling up on the eggs, right? So I took the little Jiffy box and I doubled up on those eggs. Put a little sugar in there, plopped it in the oven, and I used the timer. Okay? But when the timer went off, the cornbread was a little yellow. It wasn't brown. So I turned the oven on, and then I went and checked some emails, and I straightened up a little bit, and I think I took a shower. Yeah. And then I came back, and I took the cornbread out, and I wrapped it up in a towel like a baby in swaddling clothes. And I took it to the house, and I made room on the table, and I laid it out, and like a magician takes a tablecloth off, I said, whoosh, my cornbread. And my little nephew, 11-year-old Adrian, looked at it and said, Aunt Jamie, you brought brownies. My heart was broken. I slunk back in the chair. But my sister, my quiet, refined sister, showed her true colors that day. She took her knife, she leaned across the table, and she cut out a piece of cornbread. She put it on her plate, scraped all the brown off of it, took a little butter, put it on top, and she ate it. Best family dinner ever. A la familia. So maybe love is not answering the phone or answering text. Maybe it's butter on a burnt piece of cornbread.